So good morning, Samir. Welcome.
Good morning.
I have with me Samir Arora, a person who needs no introduction for the investing community at least. He was the first fund manager for Reliance Capital, which was one of the first mutual funds in the country, one of the best mutual funds in the country, I should say, in the late 1990s and the early 2000s. Since then, he has gone on to actually start Helios Capital, a hedge fund which invests in Indian equities and is based out of Singapore. Uh, he has been outstanding all through his career, long career of 25 years. I believe he has consistently beaten the Indian markets, and this 25 years career of beating Indian markets is actually a very long run. He is extremely generous with his views and ideas, and one of the finest minds I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. Welcome again, Samir, to this conversation.
Thank you very much. So, how long do we know each other? At least
Uh,
20 years?
At least 20 years. I'm sure from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time you started Alliance, which must have been, I mean,
uh,
you were the fund manager at Alliance,
yeah.
and I was at INSEC, I think.
Actually, was in second that time. So,
Yeah,
maybe then 93, 94, or
93,
95.
94. So it was like 25, 26
Right,
years.
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So let me go back to the beginning, right? How did the fund manager Alliance Capital actually happen? Is there any story behind that?
The story is that many things have to fall in place for these things to happen. So, I had studied at IIT and IIM Calcutta, and I
Yes.
was working in India, but I was in finance jobs. But there are no I mean, as in a corporate finance, company finance job, there are no real broking or fund management or research jobs in the 80s.
Correct.
So I went basically to leave India and went to US to study there, but mostly to get a job there so that
Okay.
I could run away from India. And so I went to Wharton School to do a PhD in finance. So how many things have to fall in place for
Correct.
you to become a fund manager for Alliance Capital in India after that is first, you don't complete your PhD. Because if you do, you'll become a professor and
Correct.
you'll be happy for the first 5 days.
Yeah.
Then after that, so during that process, I applied to about 100 companies
Okay.
without knowing which company, although they were all in fund management, because that time there was this manual called Nelson's Directory of Money Managers. So
Oh,
I just applied to 100 of them without knowing which is Alliance Capital and who's Fidelity Capital applied. So
correct.
I got a job with Alliance.
Okay.
But then Alliance has to be interested in India. I did not apply for India. My job was not for India. I was an international analyst covering Australia, New Zealand, and Japan.
Oh,
And I
wow.
did that for 2 years.
Huh.
But during that time, Indian reform started because I joined in June 91 and the
Yes.
reform started in July 91.
Correct.
But at that time, neither Alliance was interested nor I was interested.
True.
So by 92, when they got interested, and since I was a new Indian in town, they asked me if I want to not get my green card, for which I had studied extra at Wharton and got a master's degree, and go back to India. And I said, good bet. So I
Huh.
never got my green card after staying there for 5 years.
Huh.
And I came back to India on a 3 year term.
Okay.
And I never went back till today. I've not
Correct.
gone back to US
Correct.
in terms of working. So that then we were going to start actually in a JV with Unit Trust of India. So
Oh.
it was to be called Uttam,
Oh.
Unit Trust Alliance Asset Management.
Yeah,
It
perfect.
would 51% by Alliance, sorry,
Uh,
51% by UTI, 49% by Alliance.
yeah.
If that had happened,
Yes. Then
maybe our
again.
AUM at that time would have been higher, but
Yeah.
my profile would have been lower because I would have been working in a JV and not having the freedom that I finally got.
Yes.
And then that didn't happen, so Alliance Capital did on its own.
Yes.
And so I was the first employee of Alliance in India. So then basically we had good performance and all that. We beat the market by like 30 odd % per annum for 8 years.
Yes, I know.
So that is how it happened. But what I mean is nothing was planned to that degree. If I had got a job with Goldman Sachs in research,
Yeah.
I would have been in research. If somebody had given me a job in some quant,
You would have
because I was a PhD, I would have been very happy. I got a job in US with
correct.
some firm. Who knows? Broadly, it was the finance area that was broadly chosen. But beyond that, where you land up depends on your first job, your first boss, whether that company is doing, like in this case, Alliance was interested in India.
Yes.
If they had not
Absolutely.
been interested in India, I would not have told them to come to India. Wherever they would have gone,
You would have been there. Yeah.
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 So it's very different.
So then, since then, you have actually moved on to start Helios Capital, which is a hedge fund based out of Singapore, and you invest in Indian equities, I believe, mainly, nothing else, right?
No. We now have a global fund also,
You have,
but we
okay,
have basically because the claim to fame is India performance.
okay. So,
So the bread and butter is India, but now we have a good global fund which has beaten the market 3 years out of 3.
wow,
But that's not the main business is
India,
India.
yeah.
And
So, the question really is: so when you started off as a fund manager in Alliance Capital in back in the 90s, and today, that is 25, 26 years later, you surely have evolved as a fund manager and your investment philosophy,
oh
etc.
for sure, yes.
So, how do you see yourself having evolved in the sense that is it the principle itself, or the way you invest, or
So the thing is that there are many changes because now we also short.
yeah, yeah,
And so that itself, now I have 15 years experience of shorting and of course
correct.
25 years of being long. So both have done well separately. But the thing is that initially, when we start, everybody brainwashes you because they give you books by Warren Buffett and all that,
Hmm.
that you should find 25 good names and you should own them for life. The
Hmm.
point is, we've had every multi-bagger that the country has had. By the way, my NAV across 25 years is up post management fee,
Hmm.
which is, let's say, 2% cost. I mean, not management fee, I mean, expense ratio would be up some 220 times. It is up more than Asian Paints is up
In
during this
that period,
period,
yeah. Hmm.
the NAV. So, and market is up 16 times only. So
True.
the thing is, we have had many multi-baggers, but it is absolutely wrong to imagine that when you buy a stock, you think it is going up 50 times or 20 times or something like that. You are buying it because you think next year will go up 25%.
Correct.
So my favorite example is Z. So Z went up from 97 December to 2000 March 100 times.
Wow.
And I have an interview in Business Today magazine when they were asking what stocks you like, and we said we like Z because it was one of our big holdings.
Hmm.
And generally, just to push the stock, I said my price target is 250. That time the price was some 100.
Okay. Okay.
I thought, let me throw some wide number. Maybe somebody
Huh.
will react. The stock went up 100 times.
Oh.
Of course, we had to sell every day. So it's not that we made 100 times on the initial corpus because
Hmm.
that would have been bigger than the fund. What I'm trying to say is the story that you buy stocks, keep them for 20 years, not like that. So since that time, many things have evolved. First thing that has evolved is that you are buying a stock for 1 to 3 year period. And if it does well, you are holding it. It's very, very different mentally to think like that. The idea being that somebody will say this stock will do very well in fifth year. I say, please call me after 3.5 years.
Yes.
I am also here, you're also there. So things like that have changed. Then the other thing that has changed is that to be positive about a company, you are basically telling lies to yourself that you know that this company has good management, that this has good history. Nothing like that. All you know are companies that have bad managements and bad histories because
Hmm.
there is no definition of good. So, for example, if an employee, we say, what is a good employee? Okay, you tell me, what is a good employee? You will only tell.
No,
Who's a good
I
employee?
was going to just say that somebody who has delivered for you, or somebody
No,
who
but
is, huh,
no, that is you will know afterwards, right?
correct, correct,
So
huh,
if I am coming into a company and I
huh,
say I want good management,
correct,
after it has delivered, we say he had good management. But
correct,
before that, I will only know if there are some bad things in his career, in some job, in previous job, he blew up
correct.
something, or as we say, an employee, if he steals, he's a bad employee. But if he doesn't steal,
Yeah,
it,
whether
it,
he,
it doesn't mean he's a good employee.
hmm,
So the only way you can sort out things are bad things.
hmm,
Corporate governance bad, this
hmm,
thing bad. But
hmm,
otherwise, you will broadly don't know.
correct. You
So,
wouldn't,
so what we are saying is now we have realized that a lot of companies do well each year. First
hmm,
of all, do you know you are into sort of quant type
hmm,
that how many companies do very well over any period? So according to us, about 30% of the companies materially and significantly outperform the index.
Okay. Yes.
Broadly speaking, 50% have to outperform and
correct.
50 have to underperform.
Correct.
But if you cut it to 30%, we have never, in our getting after up and maybe being up more than 220 times, market up 16 times, we have never got the performance of the 90th best stock of the market out of 300 stocks. We have never got that. Even that stock's performance as a whole portfolio performance. What I mean is, if you rank the top 300 stocks every year by only the performance, if you could even get the performance
90th.
of the 90th best stock. So just to give you, we just did it for the last 15 years. The market is up some 600%. So one has become 7.
Yes.
If you each year had the 90th best stock of that year, but not 90th out of 1,000 stocks, 90th out of the 300 biggest stocks. So we're not talking of some, we're not talking of some random stock going up. We're talking about the top 300 stocks. You would be up 44 times.
Wow. Look at
and we are up only maybe 900%. So it's not that we are up 44 times. So what I'm trying to say is, what we've learned over the last few years is that a large number of companies do well. So all you need to do, therefore, is reject whatever you don't like, because rejecting you can do with one factor. Buying you cannot do with one factor. You can, like the black swan. If all swans are white and one is black, or then you say gone.
Correct.
But you see 1,000 white swans, it doesn't show anything. But you see one black swan,
you can say
So it's the same thing with these good versus bad, because no individual, no fund manager, nobody will know what is good. All we will know is what is not good.
True. In fact, this brings me to one of these questions that I was going to ask. So maybe you have answered part of it. And that was that how important are company management meetings for your investment process? And what do you actually look for in
mostly
that?
Company management meetings are there because that also is like a programmed thing for analysts that they have to meet. And we are analysts first and fund manager later. But broadly, you will lose more in the end if you know the management too well. Because what happens is, if you overly, not necessarily that you are doing some insider trading or something, but you trust them so much that when things go bad, you feel that you are their friend. How can you desert them? It's not that they've helped you in any way, but you have, for example, we have fund managers who go on TV and say, this is the best company, the best company, the best company, the best thing. What happens is, if tomorrow, God forbid, something goes wrong, and for 6 years of your life, you have said, what a great company, what a great company. It's not that SEBI will tell you you can't sell.
But your mind will tell.
But your mind will be. So we say we meet managements, but we don't want to be their friend. There's a big difference. So in the 90s, what would happen, and maybe even now, that time I was in mutual fund business, that when you, and at that time people were younger. So the promoter will call you home. Promoter will say, let's play squash. Promoter will say, let's, meet at the club. One promoter would say, I'm going in my private plane. I used to tell all these fund managers, don't go into this. I never did my life. Basically, I would not have had dinner with a promoter, any promoter. In the last 20 years, maybe I would have had 3-4 dinners in my life. Because I don't want him to ever think that if something is going wrong, I am going to hold it because I met you for dinner last month and therefore I am your friend. I am not. I am only friend of one group, which is investor. So my thing is, because we short also.
Yes.
We meet the management and we make it look that we are long, but actually we are short.
Yes.
I have to keep up all of that. But this is now. But in the previous life, as an Alliance life, because we were the biggest guys. We were the biggest fund managers in terms of FII plus local. So there was one company, as name I won't tell you, but he told me, Arey, you've sold our shares. Now what to tell? So I would say, sir, large company, now we have so many analysts, and if these analysts, they are living in their own world. But if they put a 2 rating, we have to sell.
We have
There are MNC rules, even though I already sold the stock. Right? So there was another company, and they told me that they are calling up HDFC Bank, Aditya Puri, to warn him that their fund manager would like to sell the shares.
Wow. Okay.
Because when you are a fund manager plus broker plus investment banker plus whatever, all these guys the Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, right? So there, the fund management arm is different.
Correct. Very clearly. Yeah.
But in a small country, ego country, and also for you to worry, you said, no, yaar, let me tell the management that हम बेचे बाद में होना. तो हम तो खाली Alliance was pure fund manager.
Correct. It wasn't
nothing else. But you saw all these things. By the way, I've been called by few big guys on the day I sold shares in India. Same day I got called.
So it is that.
Please come and meet. Please come and meet. I said, sir, I will come with my analyst. So the guy who was calling on behalf of the billionaire said, no, he would like to meet you alone. So I said, okay, but no, you have to go. So I went and they said, why did you sell? I said, sir, this happened, that happened, and quietly ran off. But the point is, by the way, the chairman of VSNL, I said that VSNL had a GDR maybe 96 or something, which was announced and then failed. So I had said in an interview in Business Standard that this is not a good deal because this is a money raising deal in the sense that I forget what was happening, but BSNL was going to raise money and then lend it to the government or something like that to buy some more telecom stuff, but for the government or something like that. So I said this deal is no good and all that. So he went on TV or in an interview and said, I am an NRI, not required Indian. So then he called me. His office called and then they go. So he said, in what capacity did you comment on my deal? So I said, in my capacity as an analyst. Okay. So the point is, you have to, best is to be distant.
And not.
Then nobody will call you. Then nobody will call you because they don't know you.
Enough.
Although you are a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like I say. But the point is, you have to keep it. Otherwise, the system here is not independent enough to take selling. It is independent enough to take your buying.
Yeah, very happy when you buy, but not.
So therefore, the management thing is, meet management. I meet every time, in conferences or in our office or when they come to Singapore. But I don't want to be their friend.
Yeah.
So therefore, I don't want to meet them too many times. And also, when things are going bad, if you talk to the management, half the time they will convince you, nahi, ye to galat hai, ye to rumor hai, ye to bhi turnaround ho raha hai, ye galat aaya article, ya kisi ne sell report lagayi ho. Nahi, wo to ye hai, wo hai, and you will also, once you've spoken to them, get a little bit confused.
Yeah.
So we have found, because our performance is a bit different from the Indian peer group, that हमारा formula अच्छा चला है, तो इसलिए we are happy with our formula की. Don't overdo anything.
Great. So coming back to something else, right? In the sense that you, as probably one of the few fund managers, have seen 3 bull markets, and I'll tell you which they are: the IT boom, the 2003 to 2007 boom, and the post 2013 boom. Let us say
14 boom, 14 and 17.
Yeah, 14, 17. You have seen 3 of them. You have also seen 3 bear markets, which is the 2000 to 2003 April IT crash. You have seen the 2008 crash. And you have seen this COVID fall.
COVID crash.
Correct. So in this period of time, any stellar successes, any bad failures, any learnings from that?
No, individual stocks तो बहुत ऊपर नीचे गए हैं, but हमारा strike rate अच्छा रहा है, तभी तो. The whole NAVs are more than maybe the 10th biggest stock. With having 40 stocks or 35 stocks, completely open-ended every time, inflow, outflow regulated, cap of 7.5% per name. In fact, I'm going to soon be making a presentation at one of these conferences on in defense of diversification.
In defense of, not concentration,
in defense. So and proof of the pudding is, as everybody shows, performance.
Yes.
And the logic is that, people have this thing that if you are buying the 16th stock, let us say, oh, why didn't you buy more of the 15th stock or the 12th stock? As if there's some rank that you can put in stocks.
Yeah.
There is no such thing. Neither Warren Buffett has been able to do it. Nobody in the world has been able to do it. Only people who by chance found a good stock say, we found a good stock. But there is no way that he knew before. For example, since Warren Buffett bought Coke, Pepsi has outperformed Coke. फिर क्या story हुई? Yeah, I found Coke, but sorry, Pepsi did better. Because the point is, what we say now is that the game is to differentiate between good and bad, not so much to differentiate between good and good. That is the story which I will explain in my
conference,
webinar or whatever that will happen in November. So the point is so I've forgotten your question, but that is my answer.
No, my question was really about the 3 bull markets and the 3 bear
markets. Sorry. Yeah. So the point is, therefore, because we have mostly bought more shares, as in 30-40, no one share has hurt us beyond limit. Otherwise, we've had many shares go to near zero. Best example was Amitabh Bachchan Corporation Limited we bought. Okay, but that because it was unlisted and we are not really supposed to buy unlisted. Previously in the 90s we used to buy 2-3% we had so we had maybe 1.25% in ABC Health at 80 rupees. And it went to zero. Then we had NDTV we bought in 94. That saying that to go public in 1 year. It finally went public, I think, after I had left Alliance.
Yes, recently maybe, not very far.
No, 2003 के बाद हुआ. So हमारा rule था उस वक्त कि you can buy, I think, within 2 years of it going public. If you think that it is going public, you can buy it. That also cap in mutual, not mutual fund, offshore fund was 10%, and we only bought 3 stocks.
Correct.
So totally maybe 3%, but that also not in the same year. So ऐसे zero तो बहुत हुआ. एक बार water based zero हुआ था 80 rupees से. हमारा मोदी लुफ्ट हुआ था. The point is because I was always buying 35-40 stocks. Anyway, mutual fund में you buy that many.
Correct, you have to.
But even now we buy that because what you get for being right is so good that once in a while if you lose 30-40% on a 1.5% name, who cares? But if you had 10 names, and we have seen that people who have 10 names blow up as much as others, and then the cost of recovering from that is very high. So, for whatever way you look at it, I will defend it when I come to that presentation on in defense of a little bit of diversification.
Yeah. So in fact, in the 2000 to 2003 fall, that IT crash, you were in Alliance, I believe, right? You were still in Alliance. So there was no shorting allowed. So it was only a long fund, clearly. So only, was in 2008, were you in Helios when the 2008 crash?
2005. 2005 we started.
So the shorting, so this question is...
Shorting has started from 2005 to today, every day.
Yes, so the shorting has helped. According to you,
shorting is massively helpful, not so much in across 15 years. It has been very helpful, but not a lot. It is helpful in the bad years because the bottom line is, so we are shorting 30% of our book or the AUM. Now the market is up from 2005 to today around 600% because it's all in rupees. So 1 has become 7 cumulatively. So shorting, if you just say I short during a time when the market is up 7 times, how much money will you make? The question is, will you lose or not lose? But the second thing is that in phases, like in 8, but in 8 also there was a restriction on shorting put by SEBI.
Yes.
Okay. So 8 actually the fun was not had because at the end of 2007, SEBI made a rule that hedge funds, which previously were not registered in India. Now we are an FPI.
Yeah, now you are.
That time we were all doing via P notes. So they said that you can only short if you are registered. And by the time you are not registered, you can only short the index.
Hmm.
So from November 07, when all of us applied for FPI, the first batch in which we also got in the first batch, that was July 2008.
By then the market had.
So for the main months, we were only shorting index, and I was shorting $200 million of index, but not having a view on the index.
Correct.
Because index, what view will I have? I was bullish. But maza aaya from 9 to now, when we have been shorting individual names. So now we short around 15 to 20 names,
Okay.
but only 1.5-2% per name.
Correct. So around.
It is not easy for you to drive us out because we have some reason for shorting it. If it goes up, we will add another 25 basis point also or 50 basis point to try and average the short, or sometimes we'll run away. But the point is that broadly, because you're not dependent on any one name, just like on the long.
Yes.
Now, mostly we do well relative to index. But in a year where the index is up a lot, we lose big amounts. Let's say 2017 le lein.
Correct.
Yeah, so market was up 35%, but our long side was up 52. But in the end, we were up only 42 because 10% हमारे short में चले गए पूरे AUM के.
Correct.
But कई बारी we are reversing the fall or saving massively on the shorts, and therefore in compounding,
it matters.
It makes a massive positive. Plus, the idea that you are not wasting a negative view itself is big joy for the heart.
Correct.
अब पहले क्या होता है कि स्टॉक बड़ा गंदा है, चलो छोड़ो मरने दो. आप कहते हैं नहीं भैया, इसमें से तो कुछ हमारे को रिटर्न न्यू है हमारे लिए. So intellectually, pleasure-wise,
yes,
there is no more fun than making money on short. Making money on long तो चलो आता है, समझ आ गई. Short में बड़े मजे आते हैं अगर पैसे बन रहे हो.
Correct. I mean, if making money in long, you could also attribute it to the market itself.
Time से हो जाएगा. But short के मजे अलग है.
Correct.
So, if I say that I have done this for 25 years and with the same level of excitement, like even now, I think shorting will be part of that.
Yes. Yeah. So
giving that enjoyment.
So your interest in the market, you say the interest for this last 25 years where you have continued to do the same thing and evolved as a investor, partly is because of the fact that you can also now do this.
Maybe, who knows? But what I'm saying is, if you see people get burnt out, people retire, people get burnt out. So one difference could be that I am like this only, but who knows? But the second is, if I say no, don't give beyond that.
Yeah.
So I'm shorting would be one more fun that we've had in our new life.
Yeah. Correct. So everybody asks this question, I think, of people. So if I could bracket you, what would you like to be called as? A value investor, a growth investor, or as everybody says, growth at reasonable price?
Reasonable price. Because that sounds right. And mostly it is right. अब पढ़े लिखे आदमी हैं, so we can't say कि हम randomly जो चीज चल रही है उसमें चले जाते हैं. वो चले भी जाएंगे तो 1-8% में चले जाएंगे. But after all, you can't completely dealing. So first is value. Value तो is out. Value में हमें कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. अगर आपको SBI हमारे पास थोड़ा सा है क्योंकि value है, but वो भी हम सोचते हैं कि कभी growth आ जाए उसमें. But the point being, value means what? Because value means that you should be able to unlock the value. And in India, there is no such concept because of a hostile legal environment, promoter environment. कौन किसी जाके लड़ाई करेगा इंडिया में कि भाई let me buy some. अभी तो we don't do it because the market has become much bigger than us. But in the alliance days, many people would come and say that I've got a block, we buy 5%, I will also buy 10%, and we throw out this. मैं कहती ना भाई ना, वो पुलिस केस हो जाएगा कल. परसों कोई सिटी में जाओगे, वो चेन्नई की कंपनी थी आई थिंक, वहां जाओगे बंद कर देगा कोई तुम्हारे को, कोई हमें नहीं करने से काम. सो द पॉइंट इज वैल्यू अनलॉकिंग ट्रिगर्स इन इंडिया. अब थोड़े ट्रिगर्स हो गए कि भाई मैनेज द फैमिली में फील, बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंड इन द लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स इज द यंगर गाइज में फील दैट दे वांट टू बी coming in the list of India's richest men, India's richest billionaires. अब ego trips हो गए. पहले सब नहीं होते थे, प्राइवेट मनी वाज गुड. नाउ प्राइवेट मनी इज गुड, बट पब्लिकली known money is, more ego is satisfied. So अब वो करे. But in the olden days, I used to say to one guy who was doing very badly, I said, you can become rich, but only if I say you can become wealthy. I have to assign you a PE. मैं कहा तुम्हारे ई से कुछ नहीं होगा. ई में तुम रिच हो, अपने घर में बैठ के रिच रहो. लेकिन अगर पी चाहिए, अगर वेल्दी बनना है, तो मार्केट, मतलब हम मार्केट है ना भाई, कि मार्केट को आप जरा संभाल के
do the right thing at least.
Then we will make you wealthy, otherwise you will remain merely rich.
So this then in this growth at reasonable price also, would you say a macro top down kind of investing is what you typically do, or is it bottom up stock picking?
No, because you see, I now, and for 25 years have been in a company. Even Helios is a company. We have 15 employees.
Yes.
So हमारे analysts भी होते हैं, तो हमें कुछ ना कुछ तो बेचारा सब कुछ match करना होता है. You know these guys.
Yes.
So I can say I personally would have been happy to do macro and maybe get the same return.
Yeah.
But there is a process. So the way to do it is in macro plus micro. But macro is not macro as in interest rates or exchange rates. Macro means I think I am good at connecting across markets.
Okay.
तो मैं यूएस काफी पढ़ता हूँ कि जो यूएस में हो रहा है उस टाइप का ढूंढो, और आई एम एबल टू ड्रॉ सिनेरियोज इन माय माइंड व्हिच मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वर्क आउट, व्हिच इज कि अगर मैं मैनेजमेंट होता या मैनेजमेंट ऐसे सोचेगी तो फिर ऐसे होगा, फिर वो ऐसे कर रहे हैं तो ऐसे होगा. सो दोज आई एम एबल टू गेट समहाउ सम ऑफ देम, एंड I don't have to meet the management. I can make a scenario in my mind, and management will do that only. Because we can imagine what they are doing.
Yes.
Many things I've got many examples of that, where we broadly, without anything, just by logic, say कि ऐसे नहीं होगा, ऐसे होगा, ऐसे होगा. So, because most of the world follows logic.
Correct.
What the difference is, the conspiracy theory of our market. So our market would say, ये अगर लड़ाई हो गई है ना, ये लड़ाई नहीं है, ये प्लान है टू स्प्लिट इंडिया इनटू 2. हम कहते हैं लॉजिक से बात करो, ऐसे रैंडम थोड़ा काम होते हैं लाइफ में कि बिना बात पे आप इंप्रेशन दे रहे हो लड़ाई का. तो ऐसी चीजें आप समझ गए हो, ऐसे बहुत होते हैं. वो कंपनी वो ना आज ही टाटा जो है ना, वो कल उसके एसपी के शेयर ले लेंगे. भाई मैंने 1% डिविडेंड दे रहा है उसको, कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है, उसको 20% $20 बिलियन दे देंगे क्या? लॉजिक से सोचो. नहीं, वो अभी जाके सॉवरेन फंड को देंगे. सॉवरेन फंड का सोचो, वो कहेगा मेरे को 10% पर एनम होल्डिंग कॉल दो. आपका 20 बिलियन पे 2 बिलियन का साल का इंटरेस्ट हो जाएगा. सोचो. तो व्हाट आई मीन, खाली सोचने जाके पूछना मिस्टर टाटा से कि क्या होगा कि नहीं होगा. एंड सपोज इट हैपेंस द अदर वे, ओके, anyway we don't take big positions in anything one way or the other. But logic solves half these things. ICICI Bank has just shown that they have taken a stake in Karnataka Bank of 1%. Therefore, tomorrow they are buying Karnataka Bank. सोचो, कोई आदमी अगर कर्नाटका बैंक लेगा तो क्या जान के 1% का पहले अनाउंसमेंट देगा? It was a pledge.
Yes.
It had got.
Correct.
It got. अच्छा, Kotak Bank is today evening going to announce a takeover of Axis Bank. Today evening they will announce. मैंने कहा पहले अनाउंस करेंगे कि पहले खरीदेंगे? पहले आज शाम को प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में they will announce.
So that I'll buy higher.
Then they will buy Axis Bank. So you tell me, all of these are actual, and nothing is required. You don't have to call up Kotak Bank or Axis Bank or logic. Yeah. How many stories? How much money is lost?
Yes.
And made by us on the other side because of shorting abilities. कहाँ जा रहे हो?
Correct.
क्या कर रहे हो? ये मतलब है.
True. So, good. And another question that I always like to ask people.
By the way, I have one more favorite one.
Yes.
It was Satyam Computer.
Oh wow! Yes.
We were short on the day that news happened. So 1 week before, 3 directors had resigned. Okay, these this Palepu, एक ISB का था, एक दो हार्वर्ड स्कूल के थे.
Okay, in Satyam. Yes.
After announcing the deal, 3 directors who are independent directors are resigning. And the market went up because they said serves them right for approving the previous deal. So वो promoter की deal नहीं थी, वो independent directors की deal थी क्या?
हाँ,
But as soon as the deal got cancelled,
hmm,
the original deal of taking over Metas,
हाँ, correct.
so the independent directors got so upset that
That
they
it is,
resigned.
हाँ,
That they resigned
yes,
instead of saying the management should have resigned. So our friend from Aberdeen came on TV and said, "What a great positive step." तो हमने उसे शॉर्ट कर दिया कि यार इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर
छोड़ रहे
कभी
that,
सुना है तो
yeah,
एक हफ्ता पहले बोर्ड मीटिंग के जिसमें आप इफेक्टिवली सॉरी कह रहे हो फॉर अनाउंसिंग द टेक ओवर ऑफ Metas.
yes,
They have been punished. They have correctly been punished by whom?
correct,
Who can know? So what I mean is, nothing is required in some of these cases other than little bit obvious, you know, the stock, and then your logic
yeah, your
to say how
logic,
can it be. And once in a while, the logic may be wrong. Who cares? But
hmm,
most of the time, it has worked.
correct. I think the real problem for an individual investor to use this kind of logic would be that he would probably take only one bet and then find that
Yeah,
he
correct.
goes
And then he will,
wrong.
yeah. But by the way, everything is not for individual. हम सही किस बात कह रहे हैं? हर चीज इंडिविजुअल के लिए नहीं है.
Yes.
इंडिविजुअल के लिए है कि ये बड़े अच्छे लोग हैं, इनको पैसे देने चाहिए मैनेज करने के लिए.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Mutual funds are there for that only, right? So, so the question then really is that now with all your experience, you have such, with this experience comes knowledge and, if you could go back in time to any particular point in time in the past and give yourself some advice, then what would that be? You have any thoughts in that
About investing advice?
investing general life?
Otherwise my advice should have been not to do India actually. If I could have these brains in USA, it
Yeah.
would be a different level of game.
Yeah.
A different level of game. वो अलग बात है. But I would say that from an investing point of view, sometimes in hindsight we took some low quality shots, as in a bet on a low quality stock. So first thing is कि turn around type चीजें तो बंद कर लेनी चाहिए लेनी. अब तो हम नहीं लेते. Turn around तो कोई नहीं होते लाइफ में. Which Warren Buffett rightly says. It turn around होगा और इंडिया में it takes even longer because of approvals, and then over time we have realized if we look at all our stocks and say where have we lost big money, and you can lose in many things, would be when that company had something to do in terms of money or orders from the government of India. As in, you had receivables, orders. So now if you tell me that one company has got a massive road order, port order to make, construction type, or we have absolutely no interest even knowing what is the company or what order he has got. Because every time you look at all the losses have been in companies where there was a infra angle, and infra means government. Otherwise government का कम होता है रोल. So that would be one. अब ऐसे होंगे छोटे मोटे मतलब different kinds, but
Yeah, understood. So then I want to come to a couple of questions for individual investors, actually, on behalf of individual investors, let's say. Because everybody now I know, and you would have also read it, that Robinhood, for example, has got a huge number of clients, increased number of clients. Zerodha in India has apparently got a big jump in number of clients. So there are several people who seem to have taken either to trade or to invest, open broking accounts, which means that there are a lot of people trying to do things on their own instead of going through the mutual fund route or PMS route,
or not doing it at all.
Yeah, exactly. It could be also that they were parked in FD, now they're coming into the market. So what are if somebody wants to do investing into direct equities today, so then first of all, do you think it is possible for an individual to become wealthy doing that? And second, what would be the basic requirements that he would need to have to be able to do that?
So first thing is that many people, who's like my age and their kids are 20 something, वो मेरे से पूछने आते हैं कि अब वो क्योंकि पैसे होते हैं पेरेंट के पास, अब लड़का बिगड़ चुका है या बिगड़ना चाहता है, तो वो कहेगा I will manage family money. I will manage, even if you have 20 crores, he'll say I'll get 2 crores if I get 10% a year. So dad भी कहता है ठीक है भाई 2 crores तो तेरी salary नहीं होनी कहीं पे. So I will make, even though that dad might get it from putting that money in a fund or giving it to me, but Or the son will show he has made it.
Correct.
So he's managing family money. So I say that is not right. That means stock market is to invest your money, not to make money and that be your main source of income. Of course, at some high level it may be. But what I mean is, जो आदमी कहता है कि मैं ट्रेडर बन जाऊं, मैं कहता हूँ पूरा दिन करेगा क्या? This kid must have been 25, 26. Okay, in Delhi I met him. His dad is a CA. तो मैंने कहा क्या कौन सा अखबार पढ़ते हो? मैं बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड पढ़ता हूँ एंड रोज सुबह मैं ब्रोकर के साथ डेरिवेटिव मार्केट डिस्कस करता हूँ. Okay, so the broker also every day is giving him some crap every morning.
Correct.
That today you do this, you do that.
Yeah.
तो
इसका OA बढ़ गया.
हाँ. Whole day what will you do? किससे बात करोगे? तुम्हारा नेटवर्क क्या है? खाली आप टीवी चैनल देख के कैसे ट्रेड करोगे? कभी कभी राइट हो जाएगा, कभी कभी रॉन्ग हो जाएगा, बुल रन होगा, सब राइट हो जाएंगे. So the thing is, you have a job. At least I'm talking to the young guys. That they have a job. And whatever they're earning from the job, please put in the market and take 2 hours every evening to get interested in the business, the business of stock market. But to say that I will take 1 crore from my dad, and from that I will earn for the rest of my life my living and also grow it. It's not possible, यार. आपके पास इतना तीसरे दिन आपसे बात करने का आपके दोस्त को कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. अगर कोई मेरे से रोज बंदा जो कुछ ना करता हो रोज बातें करने लगे, मैं भी तंग आ जाऊंगा भाई, क्योंकि हम काम कर रहे हैं.
Correct.
So everybody has to find, and it cannot be. And suppose you are an investor, फिर क्या करोगे? रोज किताबें पढ़ के कहोगे I'm a long term investor. तो आपने तो खरीद ली 10 किताब, अब आपको पैसे कैसे आएंगे 11 स्टॉक खरीदने के? तो ये जो लोग कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं because they have too much money. And their ego is hurt, so they say we are managing our family money, but that family money they guaranteed they could have done in 1 hour out of 8. आपने वही स्टॉक खरीदने HDFC बैंक, कोटक बैंक, ये बैंक, वो बैंक, उसके बाद आप रोज किताबें पढ़ के पूरा दिन पढ़ते रहो तो पढ़ते रहो भैया. So I think it's not that straightforward, but everybody should do, whether even if you are investing in a fund, you should invest personally if you are that inclined. Because it is a fascinating business of studying business. And you will be having a good interest rather than having some bad interest. But what I'm saying is you cannot make it a full day and that kind of a thing. Unless you've worked for 20 years and other just time pass आओगे, burnout होगे, आगे चले जाओगे.
You're right. Actually, I completely agree with you because this resonates with what happens to me too, right? I'm a trader.
Full day क्या करो?
Full day क्या करोगे, right? It is a question you have to answer if you want to be successful. Otherwise, you are going to have a major issue in life, right? And you're very right. Nobody wants to talk to you.
And second thing is, and every time क्या है कि आप उसको रेगुलर बना रहे हो. You are saying every year I must make 10%. ऐसे नहीं होगा ना. एक साल में -20 होगा, अगले में +30 होगा.
Correct.
So
there's no consistency of return, right?
There's no consistency. It's not that income मिलेगी आपको हर महीने उसमें से. इसलिए I'm saying this is the way of investing your savings. You cannot earn from this. You earn from somewhere else, and to invest that, please do it yourself. That is easy because in the evening or wherever, or you see TV a little bit and you read a little bit and learn the basics of that and choose some 20 stocks, 50 stocks, 30 stocks.
Absolutely.
And
it can be done. What you're
saying
is
not a full-time activity, which many people have made it. Too many people have made it.
Correct. So what you're saying is that आप अगर काम कर रहे हो like a IT professionals, anything, and you are earning your salary, and then you have some excess of income over your expenses
and time. Please do it.
Please do it, right? But then do it sensibly. Read something. Don't.
No, that's okay because you are having a source of income. You can even experiment your own style. What I'm saying is, the only thing I am upset about, or not upset, against is कि आपने करना एक ट्रेड है, आपके पास पैसे 5 लाख रुपए या 20 लाख रुपए, आप पूरा दिन को लगा रहे हो उस पे.
Correct. Spend your time doing something worthwhile.
Which will earn you more also, most probably.
And also stand you in good stead in bad times.
And very few people will from that become so big that they will say we have become झुनझुनवाला. तो ऐसा सुना कि जब वो झुनझुनवाला became, so everybody thinks that this is a reasonable path.
Correct. Outliers,
Based on the times,
yeah, right. Yeah, he's been an outlier, I think that is true. So, which is another important question that I had is that we have lived in these times, in these last 20 years, we have lived in times, you have given example that the market is up 7 times, for example.
No, market is up from, that's I'm talking about 2005.
Correct,
From my 96, it is up 16 times.
It's up 16 times in 25 years, say 7 times.
But 12% per annum banta hai, 12% per annum.
But I feel, and this is anecdotal, I really don't have a statistical number to it, but a large percentage of investors who have lived through these times have not made that money, have not actually seen their portfolio grow that amount. Wouldn't have made. I mean, I'm saying wouldn't have invested in the.
Even our investors may not have made as much as we made on NAV. Because what happens is, जैसे 2008 में कोई निकल गया, अब वो जाएगा पैनिक में, but he will come back and he will come back if he comes back after 2-3 years when the market थोड़ी उसको लगता है फिर ठीक हो गई है, but वहां से वहां तक he's lost say 50% return. So 50% if you lost by 220 becomes 160. वो divide by 1.5. दो बार आपने छोड़ा, 4 बार छोड़ा तो 16 टाइम रह जाएगा. So that is very difficult.
It is actually, very few people have actually made it, right? I do believe, do you agree?
So the people who made it are people who in the 80s, which was very few people who were interested in the stock market then, and they had all these very low priced IPOs.
Correct, with the controller.
And these IPOs happened with physical demat or whatever, physical non-demat. वो पड़े रह गए तो कहो जी the only way to make money is to buy Asian Paints in 94. अरे भाई वो 6 कंपनियां जिनका ये था, अब बनाओ के दिखाओ ना एक किसी कंपनी में. Very tough, very tough.
So in fact, what you're saying is that the inefficiency of the market in the 80s, inefficiency as in there was a paper market and then
inefficiency भी नहीं, it was a new market. हमने जो 90s में बनाए हैं, वो that was because there were new stocks, new sectors. So all you had to do was say कि US में ही होता है, इंडिया में अब शुरू हो गए हैं, तो consumer sectors हो गया, tech हो गया, pharma हो गया. So it is not so much, inefficiency could be one part of it, but the other is there are fewer people.
Yes.
And then there are cheaper pricing because of this thing or whatever, and new things. And another thing is that time there was no private equity. So when we bought Z, we bought 10% of Z. And the total market cap was $50 million. It went to $5 billion in 2000. And in 97 when we bought it was 50 million. So just to tell you, we bought this one, अपना ये कौन सा है यार, अपना Pantaloon. Pantaloon, the total company's market cap was $30 million. So we bought 5% for $1.5 billion. It went up some 60 times. So 30 million थी जो हम, we used to at that time cover Korea and all also in Alliance. So in Korea, a company called Shinsegae, उसका each store was valued at 30 million. ओके, तो हमने कहा ये पूरी कंपनी है, पता नहीं क्या है, बट बड़े सालों से लगा हुआ है, 10-20 साल हो गए, $30 million टोटल मार्केट क्या है, चलो देखें क्या होता है. इनफैक्ट बाय द वे आई बॉट अ कंपनी व्हिच वेंट टू जीरो इन द एंड. क्या नाम है उसका, जो नॉट ज्योमेट्रिक, ये कौन सी थी जो भी रिसेंटली जीरो हुई थी, आई फॉरगेट द नेम, Geodesic. So what happened, we bought it in 99, its market cap was $8 million. ओके, उसमें कोई 200-400 आदमी काम करते थे. हमने कहा यार अगर कोई आदमी इंटेल में काम कर रहा हो, उसके ऑप्शन 8 मिलियन के लायक तो होंगे, क्योंकि दिस वाज 99 बूम. मतलब पूरी कंपनी $8 मिलियन की मार्केट कैप. ओके, तो चलो ले लो, क्या है 5% कंपनी लो, वो बीच में बड़ी चल गई है, फ्रॉड. बट द पॉइंट इज इन दोज डेज द वैल्यूएशंस वर सो माइक्रो वर्सेस द वर्ल्ड. अब क्या है, प्राइवेट इक्विटी गाइस कमिंग.
So suddenly,
and they don't let it go public so easily. So one thing I would like to tell everybody through this and every day, we are all public market investors. Hopefully some other fund managers will also see this interview. Guys, don't give PE guys any easy exit. Don't buy stocks that they are maybe offering us in the market. Don't buy their stock, because they are first taking away your gains by first buying it and then selling it to you. And we are all jumping with joy that we have an offer for sale from some private equity.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But of course, हमारे बंदे big picture नहीं सोचते हैं ना, वो कहते हैं हाँ ये वाली डील अच्छी है.
Correct. They look at only
that. अपने पैर को लाड़ी मार रहे हैं सब पब्लिक मार्केट फंड मैनेजर, जिसमें मैं भी हूँ.
Correct. Correct. So where do we then this is a very suppose somebody buys a stock individually. Oh, let us say he puts his hard work. He's working somewhere. He looks at things and he decides ये stock अच्छा है. The real question is that what are the couple of signs that he should look for to say कि अभी इससे निकलना चाहिए, so that he doesn't get saddled with say I should not probably say it but I'll say it. मैं तो कह सकता हूँ मेरे को क्या है. Yes Bank for example,
Right,
he is not
absolutely.
saddled with a manpasand for example, or or so many
अच्छा,
examples.
उसमें भी अगर देखें, उसमें भी
हाँ,
देखें लॉजिक की बात, तो जी ये सरदार जी कनाडा से आ रहे हैं खरीदने. ओके, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि सब चीजें पता होती है सबको, ये पब्लिक को भी पता है, हमें को एक्स्ट्रा नहीं पता होता. ये सरदार जी कनाडा से आके 5 बिलियन ले रहे हैं. अब आप सरदार जी का नाम गूगल में टाइप करना बना है क्या आपको? अगर आप उसको हमने किया था ना, अगर आप गूगल में टाइप करो, खाली ये न्यूज होगी कि सरदार जी यस बैंक ले रहे हैं. अरे भाई, उस सरदार जी पहले भी तो कुछ करा होगा वो लाइफ में उन्होंने.
Why is he not on?
जो आदमी $1 बिलियन का इंडिया में यस बैंक लेगा, या जो भी पता नहीं कितने बिलियन का था, 1 या 2 वो लेने वाले थे, तो उसके पास फर्स्ट और 5 बिलियन होने चाहिए. क्योंकि आप 2 बिलियन है आपके पास, सपोज आप कनाडा में बैठे हो, आप 2 बिलियन का यस बैंक ले लोगे, तो आपकी नेटवर्थ 5 होनी चाहिए.
एटलीस्ट
तो 5 बिलियन वाले की नेटवर्थ कभी फोर्ब्स लिस्ट में आनी चाहिए, फॉर्च्यून लिस्ट में आनी चाहिए. एंड तीसरा, 1 साल पहले ही शुड हैव विजिटेड इंडिया, मेट द फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर, मेट मिस्टर मोदी, मेट समबडी टू से कि जी मैं 5 बिलियन का आदमी हूँ और मैं इस वक्त इंडिया में इन्वेस्टमेंट ढूंढ रहा हूँ. कभी सुना है कि आदमी का नाम नजर नहीं आया है, उसका नेटवर्क नजर नहीं आया है, कौन है जी वो आ रहा है 2 बिलियन लेके. सो इट्स इजी
टू लुक.
अब अगर सपोज वो सच्ची मुच्ची आ जाए और वो एक्चुअली निकले तो ठीक है, एक बारी गलती हो गई, बट लॉजिकली मतलब suppose he was actually a hidden billionaire and we never knew, and he had actually come to India and we didn't know, तो ठीक है. But Mota Mati, he would have come, he would have been covered in Economic Times, because the guy who wants to invest 2 billion in India would have first announced that he is looking for investments in India. He would have come to meet the bureaucrats, the regulators, the prime minister, maybe if he's so big, or at least met other businessmen. अभी सुना directly. So all this was known. उसके बाद भी लोग रोज कहानियां सुनाए जा रहे हैं. पहले दिन तो हम भी कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे ना.
एग्जैक्टली
दैट कि हो सकता है कोई आ रहा हो, क्योंकि who knows, right? But I'm saying after 30 seconds of due diligence उन्हें कोई नहीं आ रहा. क्योंकि है ही नहीं ऐसा कोई आदमी.
ऐसा कोई है नहीं.
$2 billion है. And main thing is, if you type, when we did that time, if you typed on Google, the only news was that he's buying yes bank. भाई उससे पहले की this itself was the only news. कुछ देखो कितनी सारी कवरेज है उसकी कवरेज नहीं है. He's bid on
Yes Bank was the only coverage of his life.
Of his life. And he can't be worth 2 for 2. If you put in 2, he has to be worth 10 according to me. Nobody will put 2 out of 2 in one company in one country when you are actually not from here. So these are the things first, as we say, first remove the bad. गुड का तो बाद में सोचेंगे कि कौन सा गुड है कि नहीं है. अभी एक और स्टोरी चलती है हमारी मार्केट में. सो देयर इज वन गाय हु रोट article which came in a magazine saying it is very easy to follow successful fund managers. So he said his strategy is called cloning. If you type, you'll know who the guy is. I won't give his name. He's one of the fund managers of, not in India, but of the world, but just in India. So कहते हैं बड़ा आसान है जी, बड़ा आसान है. All you have to do is clone successful fund managers. So ये 10 fund manager हैं. आप इनका जब वो न्यूज आती है यूएस में कि उनका ये स्टॉक है, तो आप उसमें से खरीद लो. और अब आप देख लो कि लास्ट 10 साल में कितना बढ़िया रिटर्न है. सो क्लोनिंग इज अ गुड स्ट्रेटजी. फ्लॉ ये है कि आपको पहले पता था कि वो लोग सक्सेसफुल है. तो आप जो भी उसका स्टॉक लोगे, रैंडमली भी अगर लोगे, तो यू ऑलरेडी नो दैट ही वाज सक्सेसफुल.
करेक्ट. सो वेयर हाउ डू यू
तो देन ऑब्वियसली व्हाटएवर यू डू. अब क्या इंडिया में स्टोरी हो गई कि जी ये 10 स्टॉक बहुत बढ़िया है. अब ये 10 स्टॉक अगर आप 2008 में भी ले लेते ना, यू वुड हैव मेड सो मच मनी. आप 2011 के क्राइसिस में ले लेते. अरे यू हैव चोजन दोस स्टॉक्स.
करेक्ट. सर्वाइवरशिप बायस.
इन हाइंडसाइट आप उसका एसआईपी कर लो, आप उसका बॉटम पे खरीद लो, आप उसका ऑल टाइम हाई पे खरीद लो. यू हैव फर्स्ट चोजन 10 स्टॉक्स which have done well over the last 20 years.
Correct.
Now you say इसका अगर आप year end लेते ना, you would have made very good return. आप ना monthly लेते, you would have made very good return. इसको आप 8 के dip में लेते, देखे क्या return बनता, इससे बड़े अच्छे stock है. No. वो आपने पिछले देखे हैं.
Correct.
ऐसे तो मैं भी आपको एक टिप दे सकता हूँ.
एक
फॉर्मूला रहा है. आप कोई भी स्टॉक में अगर पहले 3 सिंबल HDF हो ना, ये मैंने फॉर्मूला बनाया. वो इसलिए नहीं है कि वो कोई मैथ से बनाया, क्योंकि H इज फॉर हरी, E इज फॉर दीनदयाल, F इज फॉर फर्स्ट. तो कोई भी स्टॉक देख लो आप, HDF अगर कैसे आप देख लो, HDFC बैंक देख लो, HDFC देख लो, HDFC लाइफ देख लो, HDFC ऐसे मान लो. बट वो तो आउटपुट है. मैंने तो HDF सिंबल ढूंढे हैं अपने एस्ट्रोलॉजी से. कोई पहले आंसर देख के जो मर्जी फिट कर दो.
करेक्ट.
So these things over time, the mind of the investor has to be a little bit cynical and open.
Yes.
कि
And
क्या
rational.
rational. अब वो नहीं है तो फिर आप अपना कुछ लोग हैं, कुछ में बनेंगे, कुछ में नहीं जाएंगे. But you have to think a little bit more randomly than to say कि हाँ ये बड़ा अच्छा आइडिया, क्योंकि ये सही बात है कि अगर आपने 2008 में लिए होते, you would have made money. That is because you know that you have made money.
Correct. That's the point I wanted to actually highlight. For example, everybody says that March may or buy on a dip, for example, or but nobody says dip. And then now you look at it and say 7,500 Nifty था, उस टाइम पे तो लिया होता तो इतना पैसा बन जाता. But even at 9,000, when it was falling from 12,000 to 9,000, if the market had revived from there, then they would have said 9,000 में लिया होता तो it would have revived. So the point is that there is no answer as to where the dip is, unless we say that put some part of your money at that point.
So that is the answer. The answer is that if you look at data for various markets, I have data from a book for 100 years that I think ends in 2005, and for 14 countries or something. So basically bottom line is that in every market the risk premium, which means जो equity का return over the government bond return of that market,
correct,
is broadly speaking 5% per annum. But in some years it will be -20, and in some years it will be +30.
Correct.
As to how much they will beat the debt of that market.
Correct.
But broadly speaking, it is 5%. अब अगर आपको ये absorb हो जाए जो मुझे हो गया है, तो जब मार्केट 20 गिरेगी, आप सेम स्टॉक मत खरीदो, आप सेम फंड मैनेजर को मत दो, लेकिन आप मार्केट नहीं छोड़ने का, मार्केट नहीं छोड़ने का, आप कोई नया ढूंढो, कुछ ढूंढो. But bottom line is that if it is minus, first of all, you will know broadly why it is down. Okay. And second is, if we believe that every time the markets go back, because that is what 100 years data, 14, even India is, even if you had invested in 2000 December, your recovery will be faster if you had put some money in an averaging sense. Because if the original price has to come back, as per experience of every market and every century or whatever, so then by averaging, अगर पुराना वाला वापस आएगा और आपने 30% लिया तो कम से कम इसमें तो कुछ बनेंगे ना एक्स्ट्रा.
Correct.
So the idea is you have to average on a bad down. But when I come on TV, I also say कि आपकी मर्जी है, because we say what you do depends on what you have done. तो अगर आप पहले 70% equity में हैं, नहीं डालो, don't leave. Shuffle, switch, change, but don't leave.
Yes.
Don't leave the market in bad times. Switch to the most defensive. Whatever you do, but you should be there in the thing, because that is the. अब हम उससे ज़्यादा experience हम कहाँ से लाएं? हमें को तो ये पता है कि हर country में हर उसमें ऐसे हुआ है.
You have to be in the game. You can't leave the game. You can't leave it, right? So. I think then the few couple of questions only I really have for you, and these are more personal. As in, what would it be? It would be like you have investing is your obviously the greatest interest, or understanding markets, understanding businesses.
90%.
Yeah. So
10% Netflix.
So
उसमें भी invest किया हुआ है.
Oh wow! So exactly. So you spend your time. How is it that you spend your time? So could you walk me through a normal day of yours?
अब normal days change हो गए हैं क्योंकि ये हो गया ना.
COVID.
तो So अभी तो आजकल I am walking 10,000 steps in the morning straight,
Wow.
which takes about 85 minutes.
Huh.
But I have done this only from July. Then I realized that that is the easier way of getting it out of the way. I hate not the walking part, but I hate the fact of what else I was trying. कि मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, वो कर रहा हूँ, bend कर रहा हूँ, go find my life. So I now just do 1.5 hours walk straight.
Yeah.
So now there's no office.
We
are not going.
Yeah.
We are going, but once in a week or something. But broadly, no.
Broadly.
Then, yeah. So then, by the way, if the market is doing well and I don't have any, actually the number of meetings is more than when we were in office, because now everything is webinar.
Correct. So they can have
so all these brokers. Previously, suppose there are 10 broker conferences in India. I would go for 2 of them. I'm not going for all 10 of them, right?
Correct. You couldn't.
अब हम कहते हैं ठीक है बताओ जी लिस्ट बताओ कि ये कंपनी है करो क्या घर बैठ के तो देखना है उसको. So actually the number of meetings have gone up.
Correct.
And otherwise I would have met only the guys who are coming to Singapore or when I am going to India. And that if there are 4 conferences, I will not go for all 4. Now I would have seen HDFC Bank maybe 5 times in this COVID, not one-on-one, but as these groups. But I'm like, ठीक है यार हमारी कंपनी है चल फिर सुन लेते हैं क्या बोल रहा है कोई और आया है कभी CEO आया है कभी कोई और आया. Previously I would not have done, the analysts may have done.
Correct.
So that is the thing. But what I'm saying is then there's nothing I read even in office. I mean technically office hours I would read.
Yes.
Right now I'm reading The Future is what is Faster Than You Think or Closer Than You Think. I think Faster Than You Think. Very good book. तो मैं वो डिपेंड करता है मेरी एनए उससे अच्छी चल रही होनी चाहिए एंड कोई मीटिंग नहीं है या 2-4 घंटे कुछ नहीं है तो बिना बात पे आई कैन रीड माय बुक ओनली.
Yeah, so on Twitter you have put out these names of these books often.
This one I would not have put out because I have not read it yet, but maybe I put it when I bought it. You know, 5. Actually, I just ordered 5 more from Amazon. जब आएंगी वो आपको मिलेगी. So. But the thing is, it's reading and this now 1.5 hour new walking has come in. And then movies and read and we watch CNBC US more than CNBC India.
So you're pretty agnostic about your reading or more about financial services?
No, mostly it is financial and a few spy type books.
Okay.
I mean, fiction, I'm not reading other thing. No. It's business type only or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Because I like them,
Okay, so
but the thing is that if you read enough books, मुझे लगता है कि 20% work in India is done by connecting a book without remembering which book. But book से connection हो जाता है.
Correct.
हो जाता है.
It broadens your vision.
I like books is fun.
Correct. And movies, generally anything you
movies, I have there is no movie left on Netflix or Amazon which I should have seen and I have not seen. Problem is now that on Amazon and Netflix I spend 15 minutes finding a program and then I spend 10 minutes seeing it because then my time is over. Because there is no, I've just discovered today that on Apple Plus a new serial has come, Tehran. But that is, you can't binge watch it because it's 1 hour every week.
Yeah.
I will see after this.
I kind of hate shows which don't allow me to binge watch. Actually.
Exactly. Now you don't want to do that before. Then you might as well let it accumulate first.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the problem is we don't have Disney Plus here yet.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Singapore doesn't have. So when it comes, then I'll have another new round of
things to watch. Yeah.
So the best thing now to watch is actually YouTube. I think YouTube is brilliant.
Right?
Because YouTube क्या है उसको हम कहते हैं चलो Perry Mason. We'll show you old Perry Mason, old Columbo. Oh, that's good fun.
Yeah. Actually, and YouTube Premium probably has a few shows also these days. I don't know.
Correct. YouTube is very good because it's your interest की चीजें. Then you can say, now show me the latest on what Riya Chakrabarti is doing. Then he'll show you some 20 programs. So YouTube is good.
Okay. So finally, I think anything that you would want to leave our viewers with, in the sense somebody.
Please, I have no more knowledge. Now if you ask me one more question, ऐसे अब तो कुछ बचा ही नहीं. सब बता दिया जो life का हुआ है.
Correct. So, I mean, then I have to say that it has been an incredible experience talking
Thank
with
you very
you.
much.
It
Thank
has,
you.
you have been actually very generous with your views. As I always said in the beginning, you are like that.
No, thank you.
And it was good fun for me. I'm not sure whether it was fun for you, but
No, no, it's good
definitely
fun.
good
Okay,
fun.
it's fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Best
very
of
much
luck.
for this. Thanks,
Okay,
thanks
see you then.
again. I'll
Bye.
Any good conversation should have a conclusion, a takeaway for the viewers. And these are the takeaways that I got from this conversation with Samir. The first is that he says selection is by elimination. Eliminate, 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 which means that if you have a list of 200 stocks, let's say the NSE 200 stocks, then try and eliminate as many stocks as you can for whatever reason you can find. So it could be a track record which is bad, a corporate governance which is not very great. It could be high debt. It could be a product which has not too much of a competitive edge, etc. Whatever is the reason that you think of, you can eliminate stocks, and then you will be left with maybe 30-40 stocks that you can invest in, and that is how you could then decide and study those 30-40 stocks which fit your criteria, and then decide to invest in them. That is one of the things that he talked about. He also said that if you, when you pick stocks, then pick it with a 1 to 3 year perspective. Keep reviewing the decision annually, and then it could just happen that you end up holding it for 20 years. It is a it is not something that you do with the idea that you will invest for 20 years. It could end up being a stock that you held for 20 years because you annually reviewed it and you felt that you should continue to hold it. That is how things should happen. He also says that turnarounds rarely happen. Do not try to play every turnaround story. It is not very easy for a company which has been doing badly to suddenly start doing well. It takes a long time, and not every turnaround actually works out. So, avoid turnaround stories, is what he has said. Look at things rationally, read extensively, listen to everyone, but take decisions that are rational. It is not that difficult to question the stories that are being fed to us regularly. There was a fantastic example that he gave about Yes Bank. There was the story about a billionaire from Canada who would be investing in the bank, and there was a rally in the stock based on that information. And he talks about how a simple Google search would have told you that it is highly unlikely that that investment will ever happen. Uh, if you decide to invest in equities directly, then do not do it as a full-time activity. Investment can be done with some diligence even while carrying on with your day job. This is, I think, extremely important because people start saying that now I'll become a full-time trader, I'll become a full-time investor. There is no such thing as a full-time trader or an investor, or no such requirement for being a full-time trader or an investor. It is very easy to continue to do with whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe your job in an IT field, in a banking area. You could be doing anything, and you could continue to do it. And investment or trading doesn't require you to spend so much time that it becomes a full-time activity. The final thing that we discussed, and I think that is very important from an investor's perspective, is that markets have gone up 16 times since 1995 and 7 times since 2005, which what it means is that in 2005, if you invested 100 rupees, it would have become 700 rupees today. And most investors' portfolios have actually not seen that kind of return. And most often, as far as Samir analyzes, he says that it is partly because people get out at the wrong time and get in again at the wrong time. The example he gave was at the bottom of 2008, most investors got tired and got out of the market, and in the only after maybe 2013-14, when the rally took hold, did they get back in. And that means that the entire 2008 bottom to the 2014 peak rally was missed out by most investors. So if you miss out something like that, then there is very little chance that you will make the kind of money that the market would have done. So the explanation he gives is that if you are already invested, then don't get out at the wrong time. Wait. If you are not invested and you have some extra money, then do put it in and try to average it out when the markets fall sharply and suddenly, because markets do tend to come back. The bias in the markets is always up. It might take a few years, but it does come back to the previous peak, and that is probably the best way to keep investing. So this is the takeaway that I got from this conversation. If you liked what you heard here, then please do subscribe and please press the bell icon, and this will help you when further conversations with other fund managers and investors will happen. Do go ahead and do that, and we will be posting it very soon.